So everybody, today we're going to test out some stuff. Now I'm about to mute my mic since I am going to basically test out how loud it is. So I'm going to talk for a little bit longer, and then while I'm testing this out, you know, I'm talking because I'm going to test how it sounds. Test out some stuff. Now I'm about to mute my mic since I am going to basically test out how loud it is. So I'm going to talk for a little bit longer. Okay, it works. So what we're gonna do, what I'm gonna do, is I am going to, so yeah, we're just gonna check for jailbreaks here. Now this update right here says iOS 15 devices will be able to be jailbreaked, and they will, yeah, they'll be able to be jailbreaked. Let me turn my thing down. I won't be able to hear myself. Okay, yeah. So the iOS 15 device will be jailbreak soon, hopefully, according to this stats of the iPhone, the iOS 15 jailbreak. Now, you got this guide for blocking updates here. So open side, well, we don't have that. So I'm on an iPhone 13. I can't install Cyclopedia because it's a jailbreak, and there's no jailbreak release for it yet. So not even for the iPhone 12 has a jailbreak yet. So we're looking for here, and what is this one? UU Plus. This is installed on my phone, as you can see. They downloaded it from. This is a third-party YouTube. YouTube, don't block me. This is a third-party YouTube that disables ads and can like skip promotions and stuff in the videos automatically. I guess pretty good at that. Like really good at that, but UU Plus. Yeah, for YouTube ad-free solution, since I switched back to iPhone and YouTube vanished, Finch is dead, dying. I say link another guy, thank you. Okay. Now it's the revamped Steam. So what we're looking for is the my mic quality is pretty bad. I'm using a webcam, just saying. So we're looking for 12 iPhone jailbreaks, and this came out 5 days ago. Who knows the status of the iOS 15 jailbreak is right now? Look at the jailbreak your iOS 14.8 and below devices. Go to Uncover. You go to uncover.dev, and you can download your iOS 11 to iOS 14.8 jailbreaks. This is a tethered jailbreak, which means it stays on your phone. Or is it untethered? Let me see here. I'm going to just double check that so I don't give out wrong information. So untethered. Untethered jailbreak is jailbreak the user can reboot the device and will have the device set up the jailbreak automatically applied without assistance from the computer or utility on the device. So yeah. So Uncover is the untethered, right? I'm just double checking all my information. I'm pretty sure it's untethered, but and it also works reliably on A12 to A15. So it works in your iPhone 11 and your iPhone which is an iPhone 11, and it works on your iPhone SE Generation 2, not the 3, just the 2. And so we don't have iPhone 12 and above jailbreaked yet. Like I work on this stuff, I don't. I just download jailbreaks. And this is what I'm also thinking about buying right now. This or a little cheaper one, but it's to arrive at my house a little later on. But you know what? It's pretty cool. Little Bear B4X. That's an amazing amp with tubes in it. Tubes. Well, anyways, jailbreak status updates here. Well, that might be all of it right now. This dude says his jailbreak is stuck on 29 to 32. Everyone, I did it. Wait a minute. Oh, never mind. I'm not reading this right. Every time I do it, I've tried everything including switching versions of Uncover of Uncover, restoring Rufus. When I do this, an error continues. Restarting the device, everything. I can't get anyone to help with this. That's weird. Okay. So iOS. Now you see all these right here. These are probably fake. These are fake right here. All these are fake, which is hilarious. I mean, one, if you have to pay for a jailbreak, it is not a real jailbreak. That is a scam. Because all the guys in the subreddit, if you didn't know, this subreddit is freaking huge. It's a pretty big subreddit. Moving my mouse. The subreddit has. Where is it? So it's right here. Let's click on it. Where does it say this on the desktop? But it was created in September 2009, 2 years after the first iPhone came out. I know they have like over 640,000 members. Yeah, 641,000 members. Now let's just see what one of these videos looks like. We're probably gonna have to keep pausing it and doing commentary so we don't get strikes for it. Like a community guideline strike or something. That's legit. That's just a thing telling you that they're not being signed, which Apple signs iOS versions and doesn't sign others. Like I say right now, we have iOS 14. I don't think it's signed anymore. Let me double check. Oh, 14 isn't signed. Only in China is iOS 14 signed, which is hilarious. Apple's like, you could jailbreak in China, but not anywhere else. Makes no sense to me, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty interesting stuff to me. It's pretty fun too. You can do all sorts of fun stuff. Now you can also get check rain. But you need a PC for this. Now this jailbreak works on iOS 14 devices and below. So iOS 14.8 and below. No, iOS 14.81 will not work. This is the simple truth about this stuff here. I'm gonna go to here. Now Blob Saver, I got a Blob Saver on my computer. There's no iPhones plugged in, so I won't give anybody my blobs for their iPhones that won't work on them, because the blobs are specific. This is what I use to save my blobs. Now we're not gonna give on my SCID. My device is not even plugged into my computer at all, but so you pick say you have an iPhone, let's say 13, which is what mine is. The identifier is iOS 14.5, 14,5 for an iPhone 13, and then you can manually select the identifier, which would be iPhone. If you have an iPhone 13, and you spell it like this with a capital P. As I spell it wrong. And then you would read from device right here. Now it says no devices are connected, so yeah. Now what you could do that is, even if your phone is iCloud locked, you could still read the blobs from it. Or it's locked, like, you know, you stole it, or you forgot your password. You can also read it from there too. And you can also save it at a different location. So you go to downloads here and you can save it to here. So yeah, that's how you use Blob Saver. This is also if Apple doesn't want you to know. And you could also go to here and then say sideloady. This is what I use to sideload my applications. You need this to be able to, let's say I got some IPs on here. So let's say iTorrent, right? Now you select your device. That's my iCloud account. You don't know my password, so it's fine. That's my iCloud account, and you would do advanced options, and go to here and do whatever you want, you know, stuff like that. So this would install iTorrent, which is what's on my phone right now. I wanted to turn my camera on, but you know what? It's fine. So you can, like, what you normally do is you just go to here, and you would just start. You would click start. And I think it's actually doing it onto my phone, which is pretty neat. Wirelessly. I think it's downloading it wirelessly, yep. So it's doing this through the Wi-Fi on my network. This is why Windows sometimes detects these as viruses when they're not. I had to turn virus warnings off for Alt Store. Now we're gonna go to here. This is my overclock on my computer. I'm running at 4.8 gigahertz on the cache. You know, when I move my mouse around, you can't even see it hit max core frequency, but the max core frequency is 5.1 gigahertz. That's my desktop's overclock. Now, you can also overclock iPhones. They say you shouldn't do it because it would use more power, unless you underclock them. Unless you underclock them, you know. Now let's just say you want to jailbreak your iPhone. Let's say 10 with like a 10 or 10s, and it's running iOS 14.8 or below. I would do check rain. Go download here. Now my favorite version is boot. This is an older version of the jailbreak. I think this only works on like different, like older iOS versions, but I would, you have to actually install Linux on your computer, which don't do it if you have Windows installed on your drive, because it will erase your entire Windows install for Linux, which, you know, certain programs don't run on Linux. Here's about my desktop right here. I also use Crew to modify my monitors, like peripherals here. So I can show you right now what Crew does. My mom's calling, so I'm gonna have to mute my mic real quick. Mute my mic. Here we go. Mute it. Okay, I entered the call. It's good. Now we're gonna do here. I'm gonna fast forward to my beginning here. So anyways, okay, no car projects have hit me. That's good. Okay, so now I can show what CBX does here. Now, they all say, this is something YouTube would hate me to show. YouTube is not a fan of emulation. Let's say CBX. No, actually, let me check my NVIDIA drivers real quick. It's DSR on. There's this kid at my school and they're doing the esports tournaments, and he was all like, I want a higher refresh rate. Dude, higher refresh rate looks like higher resolution. I should just show them right now, since I'm live streaming at a pretty good bit rate. I also got these external like ambidextrous filtering turned on and anti-aliasing. That overrides on top of the application. Let's say your application has 16 times anti-aliasing. This would have 24 times now. Pretty cool. So we're gonna go to DSR factors. And we're gonna click that one, and that one. And we're gonna apply. Okay, we applied it. Now we're gonna go to CXBX. Come on, CXBX. No, why does it want to search it? It's weird. Okay, CXBX. No, it's just showing what the Xbox looks like here. So I give it an Xbox right here. Okay, desktop here. Which one was it? I can't believe I forgot where I put my No, I think that's it, right? Yep, that's it. So we're gonna start emulation here. This is what 480p looks like. Now, that same kid says, I don't have any reason to emulate because I can't turn up the resolution. Not that, but he basically said that. He doesn't know what resolutions are. You can see those pixels on my live stream, right? You can see those pixels around everything. This is 480p. Now, if I turn up to, say, 6K, it's gonna look a lot better. But, you know, 480p is just kind of bad. This is CRT TV kind of stuff. You can also tell that same person, get a CRT TV, you'll have just as good experience as you will on a 4K OLED TV. Or 8K OLED TV. It'll be just as good, you know. Because you could totally see all those pixels on those TVs. Which on the original Xbox you can. But not when you're emulating it at 3000 or 8K. 3000p or 4000p. So let's say we, and you can see how small of a box this is. I just realized this. My live stream shows how small of a box this is. That's how many pixels. Why is it so small, you may ask? Well, that's because to a 1440p monitor, that's how many pixels it's actually using. Like, you can barely see it, right? Now, you probably can't see the pixels right now because it's so freaking small. Like, this is Dead or Alive 3. And it's also stretched, by the way. Stretched a little bit. Yeah, this is how much pixels an Xbox would use on a 1440p display. It is about a fraction. Like a very small fraction of the pixels. So the pixels you would see are very apparent. Which I can see right now, I could probably count each individual pixel. If I had enough time, I could. Now, let's say if it's 1440p on a 1440p display. Can you really do that without losing track? Not really. As I'm in my beaten right now. Not really trying that hard. You know. Now watch let's say I'm gonna scale it to 1440p now. Do 1440p. I'm not gonna see how much more it's gonna take up. How much more room it's gonna take up. The video. And we're also gonna fix the display sizing issue. So we're gonna, where is it? Where can I, like, I guess we're gonna have to do that. I wanted to make it the normal aspect ratio. yeah, and this isn't too illegal because this is such an old game. I mean, they might release it like a remake of this, but I doubt it. But look, this is 1440p now. No, my OBS is recording this at taking 1440p feed and downscaling it to 1080p. So now you see this, it looks as pixely as you think it would. 480p, you know. It's not pretty pixely. Now, once you look to 3D models, they're gonna look a lot better. Like a whole lot better. They're gonna have a lot more definition, detail, all sorts of stuff like that. So we're gonna skip to the intro scene. Now, you see how that... Oh darn it, I forgot. I messed up something here. It's running at 1440p, but the game now is running at 480p. Now, what I did just now is I blown it up. This is how the Xbox looks like. Now make sure your video is on 1080p so you can see the most pixels as possible. This is how the Xbox original would look like if you're streaming it via OBS and stuff. Yeah, now let's take in some of the scenery, and then I'm going to show how it looks like at 1440p native. No, this is native Xbox original resolution. And Xbox original doesn't look like a bad console. Like, it looks really good. 2001 graphics is pretty impressive. Now what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna close all the tabs. Now we're gonna go open the XEB. Now what I forgot to do for the simulation is I forgot to configure the video instead of rendering resolution. And just send it to about that right there. Yes, that's a ludicrous number. That is about 12K resolution, but we're gonna see how it works. My graphics card might not be able to handle it. It's my 1080 is only meant to go up to 8K, and that's it. For like anything really. 8K display, 8K video. Now the pixels might be even more apparent now because you just increase the resolution of the rendering. So like, so this looks pretty bad. Now look at the models. You're gonna notice so much more detail that you can see. Now the textures look bad now because they're not at such a low resolution. The textures will look really bad. Now I have a feeling like this is not gonna render it. No, it did. It's actually rendering at 6K now. Now look how much better this looks. Now you know some of the textures look kind of low res. Well, yeah, I mean this is an Xbox original. The textures will look low res. It's going to happen. But look at the 3D models and you're like, that's really crisp. And like they're really clear too. Now the Xbox Series X, a funny fact, has more power than my desktop in terms of GPU power. The desktop has a better CPU in it. But the funny part is, this is running at a higher resolution than the Xbox One, the Series X, or PlayStation 5 can even render anything at. So yeah. They cannot render at such a high resolution like this. 5720p? That's insane. Now let's just do some gameplay here. Do a story mode here. And the responsiveness is pretty good actually. For being... And then there it goes, it crashes because it's at such high resolution. I mean, that's pretty neat. Now for instance, do I have any applications that look pretty good? Do you have any good applications here? I don't really have any apps installed here, but I have Need for Speed, but that's not gonna really change anything. So yeah. That's pretty cool. Maybe I could go to Reddit and just search up public freak out and just watching videos here. That's bad. What happened here? That's what they're gonna use. Okay. Why would you steal that subway? That's like the dumbest. That's like this. That's just silly at that point. Are you just such a loser that you'd steal that subway? I should probably change the song now since it's just gonna keep on this playlist and it's probably gonna stop. Now here's a good Italian disco song right here. Pretty good Italian disco. Now the funny joke here is a farmer in Nebraska, a pro fracking committee member, to honor his word of drinking water from a fracking location. It's pretty funny, but Reddit also has like really low quality videos usually. Okay, anything not safe for work. We have to keep that good, so. So we can hear this real quick. I might also turn up on your guys' part. So you can hear this. I just wonder how it sounds. Supposedly drive-by shootings. I'm going to turn the volume up there. Now I'm going to turn my desktop volume up and turn my mic down a little bit.
Where's Kai Gummies? He shot and he missed.
Goodness gracious. That must be scary to me. I'd lose my crap. In a bad way in that situation. I'm gonna be good for the situation. Like at all. I'm gonna mute my mic. I mean, I'm gonna keep the desktop audio, but I'm not gonna mute my mic. I'm just gonna turn it up again. It would be bad. I would be in a bad situation here.
Listen, this is 95, yo. All these cars have no idea that it is slippery rain out here, and they're all speeding and slamming on their brake, and it is too late. More trailer, y'all. Check this shit out, y'all. Check this out, y'all.
This might be like a classic too.
Yo! Jesus Christ, yo! What is going on? Yo! 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 Oh my God, yo! What the hell, man?
I remember this video. This is an older video, but it's just... You can never underestimate how stupid people can be in icy conditions.
Shut up! Smoke! Yo, that was a trailer that fell between those bridges and is on fire. And there's that more trailers are still coming. Look at it. Look at that trailer coming. I have no idea what is happening out here. I have no idea what is happening out here.
Don't go... I wouldn't cross that bridge, but...
Whole 95 is on fire.
We're getting a refund. We are getting a refund. Please tell me there's no nudity in this. I hope there isn't. Don't do alcohol, kids. when you're like, this is what's stupid. Like, alcohol makes you not care about anything, so much so that you can handle being shocked with a taser. Okay, if somebody throws a graphics card to your head at 10 miles per hour, you'll probably just walk it off. Alcohol is so similar to crack, it's insane. Yes, I'm calling you if you drink a lot, you're a crack addict. Might as well be, since you can resist anything. Look at this video. Now, if she wasn't on alcohol, she'd probably be freaking face planted to the floor. And the day she goes to prison for 96 years. Nothing is worth to the face.
Hopefully they don't shoot his ass.
You try to run on them niggas.
Oh, he tried, man. Oh man, it's gone.
He out on them
Get
niggas.
it, get it. I'm going 5.
I gotta blurt out NSFW so I don't get like in trouble on YouTube for possibly something is inappropriate. Bishop may order. Yeah, I don't think he's going to. Yeah, China's in bad shape. Feel bad for the people living there, but not really so for the government. Why is it glitched out? It's awesome. My question is, these people have so much money, like, why? What I find really stupid about these videos is, these guys and these ones, why would you do such a thing to your car? Cars are so expensive nowadays. And this is like from like 2 years ago at max. What does it say it's from? Yeah, 6/21/2021. This is not even that old video. This is during the car shortage. And like, just destroys his car with the shots. Don't mind the other guy getting shot at. It's horrible. Don't even want to know what's going on there.
真蛇，清风蛇，不要去动啊！不要去动嘛，不要去动嘛！哎，走吧，走吧，不要去动嘛！真的是蛇干吗？吓死了！按住，按住。
Ah, that's horrible. That's stupid. The Russian equivalent, the brainwashed Fox viewers who worship a corrupt dictator. True. That's so true. They should head to the front lines so they can need some help. Dude, that is dark. Oh, the irony. Just stick a Confederate flag on there. It could be one of Trump's. I still have the American First movement, which is just Nazi ideology from World War II. So bad. Now they're going to say, "Oh, it's the Democrats were the KKK." They were at the time, but I mean, how long has it been? Like 6, 7, 8 decades. Things are gonna change. How do you keep something from not changing in 80 years? Yep, I forgot this about first too. Let's just say, you look at some images here, and look at how old these are. Here's a good one. Here's a really good one right here. And these are actual photos too. This is what the Republican Party kind of stands for, you know. Now this is against World War II crap. America was gonna fight the Nazis. American First Movement, and also Dr. Seuss made stuff on this, which is hilarious. Like Marjorie Green still thinks, and she also went to a pretty much a neo-Nazi rally. Like Putin is a nice president, is a nice not a president, but a nice dictator. We should be more like him. No. Well, if you lived in Russia, dude, you would have so many issues. We should be like him. AK, you get no money. Your money is worthless. Right? You get no money. Let's say you live in the streets, and they're basically, that's how it's like to live under a Putin regime right now. Because the money is worthless over there, and because of the laws that say if you get paid in cryptocurrency, 70-25, about I think it's like 75% of that cryptocurrency money has to go to the government, or I mean not to the government, technically the government, your local currency, so rubles. So you get 25% of your normal money. That is ridiculously low. Say somebody in America pays you $1, you get 25. You get 25 cents. It's horrible, but so it's horrific. That's what we see here. Germany and the American First Movement. That's made quite a bit of money in 1940. So what this is basically talking about is America First Committee was horrible. I mean, this would have been good if the Nazis had been doing such horrific crap during that time. That just makes them look horrible, and don't mind the KKK supported them. Support the movement, and Marjorie Taylor Greene has the guts to still call it America First. I do not spell stuff, but you know what? That should be fine. I think this is horrible stuff. I want attention there, but as American First Movement goes, it's pretty bad. Are they playing CSGO in real life? It's horrible.
Apparently the head people in charge here decided they weren't going to let me in the building, so... Oh, here goes Elijah right here, actually.
Alt-right internet guy. That's a good title.
Wow. That's cool. Here goes Elijah right here. Let's see what he's got to say. Elijah, what's up, brother? How's it going, man? What's up, man? How you doing? I heard your producer won't let me in, man. What's the deal? They said no, we're gonna be talking about me tonight. Is that true? If ever engaged in homosexual acts with men, Elijah. That's what I was thinking.
Nah, and there it goes.
Yeah, what's up? Another location where they're taking F. Is there any more locations than this one? In my opinion, there's so many people out here.
I want everybody to go home. And I want...
We don't got no home. That's why we here.
We want to go home. I don't know how homeless people work. The definition of a homeless person is they don't have a home. How can the Congresswoman be so stupid? And she's a Republican. She's a Republican as well, so... Have you seen Joe Biden make such a dumb mistake? And then proceed to keep making that dumb mistake after being called out for it? Oh, man, it's horrible. That's one reason why you shouldn't cross a highway. Ever.
You're that ugly fucking thing. You look fucking ugly. You look quiet, bitch. Fuck your mother.
I love this dude's accent and I love the way he talks. Smack. It just makes it so much more intimidating. That's horrible. Horrible that she did that, but it's funny that he responded like that. I just am. I can't believe you still got tankies that exist. My gosh. I mean, this is funny, right? Nobody who's a conservative knows what a tanky is. And if they knew what a tanky was, by definition, by all the online left people who aren't tankies, some of them, a lot of them classify as tankies too. They're like, oh wait, that's who those dumb people are. They're called tankies. Liberal idiots. Yeah.
Goddamn liberal idiots today. Sick of these fucking young people. Goddamn young people. That's what's wrong with growth.
You're called a liberal because you protect dogs. Does it mean the Republicans must kill their pets in cars? That's great. And I've actually had experience of my own with somebody like this, where I was talking to somebody online through like a website or something, and then call them on the phone, and they're like, "You're a Joe Biden supporter." I'm like, yeah, and she said, "Oh yeah, then Ukraine, we attacked Ukraine. I'm like, that makes no sense. The funny part is with all these fake videos, is one, they have Russian jets. Please tell me, does anybody in the American military, which that person doesn't have any experience with at all, know any Russian? And so you need to know Russian to fly a Su-35. That's like the number one thing you should know when you're flying that jet. But yeah, like they have just such low intelligence levels. Just super low. Like, critical thinking skills, worse than a kindergartner. Okay. Worse than a 6-year-old. That's stupid. Oh, that's horrible. That's sad.
De la Amazonía. Él viajó al Aguario a una reunión con los dirigentes de las comunidades afectadas por Texaco. Mis padres emigraron desde el sur de la Amazonía.
It's funny. Sniffing your bloated body with a Grand Slam breakfast is more important than roasting your dog in the hot car. Roasted. It's just so stupid.
Yo, Mark. Yo, Mark. Yo, Mark. What you?
To rich man, he doesn't care about his car windows. Which on a number car costs like $200 to replace. $200 to $500 to replace. It's stupid. It's stupid.
Rumble in the jungle scene. Rodriguez says the real-life doctor showed up on the set. That's when things turned nasty.
That's why you don't call. That's why you don't call the police on mental crisis victims. Us, I remember there's this debate that they had, that the guys I watched had, about calling the police on mental crisis victims. This is the exact reason why you don't do that. She's just slamming the door and just janking the door handle. And that's somehow within policy. That's stupid. Really stupid. But when your teachers fight, you know it's a big issue. How did it even happen at a school? Okay, it's kind of a funny edit. How is Starbucks communist Marcus? Now let's just do this search real quick. I think Marxism was socialist. It might have been. Socialism is more like, what is it? Socialism is a lot more like capitalism than anything else. Further away from capitalism, communism. Close, the in between, socialism, and you got capitalism. Socialism still has money. Socialism still has, well, some equal rights, but.
What's your anticipation for today? I mean, you've got thousands of people here. You've got Mike Lindell behind this.
Oh, you got Mike Lindell? That's hilarious. Mike Lindell's stupid. He's hecka funny.
I will probably cry when I see him, and everybody else. This is very.
I can notice that they're all idiots. And those are tankies. Yeah, there's some more tankies. That's why you don't stand outside and thunder. This is a long live stream I'm doing, but
Get him back. Get his fat, ugly ass. Move, move, boy. Ooh. Ooh.
you see, they're right. He missed throws in a stationary object. Those jokes are crippling. No, that's the thing. He's also wearing armored gloves, so he's not even hurting his hands. And if he took those off, he'd probably be screaming in pain. Well, that's the end of this live stream. That's pretty long, and I haven't live streamed for over an hour in a while. So, bye everyone. I'm about to end it. Leave now while you can, and bye.